Okay, so a man mailed a piece of a dead man's shirt to a newspaper. Like, cut a chunk off of a victim's bloody shirt and dropped it in an envelope. Mailed it to a newspaper as a flex.
That's a flex.
That's what I said. Because they didn't believe him. The police said, "We're not convinced you're the actual killer." So he sent proof
And they still didn't believe him?
in the mail with a return address of nowhere. Welcome to the Zodiac Killer. And we haven't even gotten to the ciphers yet.
Okay.
The BIL and SIL Show.
All right, before I get into it, what do you actually know about the Zodiac Killer going in?
It doesn't sound familiar. I mean, I know I've watched a few documentaries before, but that just from that intro doesn't sound familiar. Let's keep going though. It's interesting.
Yeah. Most people know the name and that's it. The actual case goes so much deeper than what pop culture gives you. So let's take it from the beginning.
Okay.
December 20th, 1968. Lake Herman Road, Benicia, California. A remote stretch just outside Vallejo. Two teenagers on their first date. Betty Lou Jensen, 16. David Faraday, 17. They drove out there for some privacy. They parked the car and someone shot them both at close range. David was found outside the vehicle, near death. Betty Lou had been shot 5 times in the back. She was running.
Okay.
No motive, no suspect, no connection to anyone. Police thought maybe a random robbery gone wrong. And then 7 months passed with nothing until July 4th, 1969. Another couple. Blue Rock Springs Park, also Vallejo. Darlene Farron, 22, and Michael Mago, 19. Parked late at night when a car pulled up. Sat there for a while and then left. They relaxed. Then he came back. A man got out and walked straight to the passenger window. No words, he just started shooting. Both of them. But Michael survived, and what he described afterward, the man was calm, almost polite, not panicked at all. And as Michael was groaning from his wounds, the man walked back to his car, then turned around and came back to shoot them again because the noise bothered him.
The noise bothered him?
The groaning.
Wow. Okay.
And then he called the police himself from a payphone minutes later. Told them exactly where the bodies were. Said, "I also killed those kids last year." And then he hung up.
The Faraday and okay. So this will be the first time the police will have any hint on who, or a voice, I guess.
Correct.
Okay.
But before I keep going, 2 attacks, 1 survivor, and police basically have nothing. What kind of person are you picturing right now?
I mean, it's definitely giving serial killer. I mean, you're having a situation where you got 2 people, I mean, young adults, if you want to call it that, cars.
Do you think he's like Ted Bundy level?
No.
Okay. Do you think they'll ever catch him?
I mean, we're looking at what, 1968, 1969? We probably didn't have surveillance around like that, like we do today. So,
True.
Calling from a payphone, that's definitely hard to trace. My question will be the one who did he survive? The first one, the first guy.
Remember, it was the girl who was running, so she's the one. The first guy didn't make it.
Didn't make it.
It was the girl that was running, and I'm assuming she passed away. So the only survivor would be the guy who lived to tell them the description.
Okay, so this guy did give a description. So sorry, I was going to ask.
Yeah, well, he all he said was that he was calm and polite. Do you see what I'm saying?
No facial description.
So far, we don't have anything.
No, then okay. I don't know. It's an interesting one. Let's keep going. I can't. Off the bat, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
They probably didn't catch him.
August 1969. 3 newspapers in the Bay Area, the San Francisco Chronicle, the Examiner, and the Vallejo Times Herald, each received a letter on the same day. Each one contains 1/3 of a coded cipher. Together, the 3 pieces form a 408-character cryptogram. The letters said, "Print this on the front page, or I will go on a killing spree Friday night."
Okay. I feel like we got somebody here who is more in tune with like the cat and mouse.
Okay.
Not-
He wants to be chased.
Yeah, not necessarily the murder, but like he wants the attention.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But keep going. This is interesting.
I think to me, off the bat, he comes off as someone who's very in his head and wants to see if he can outsmart the police. That's what it sounds like to me. He wants to see, he's basically saying, catch me if you can.
Okay.
And he's like challenging the law enforcement. Like, let's see if you'll find me. That's why he's giving them like little small bits. It's like he wants to send them on a goose hunt. But they printed it. And within a week, a high school teacher named Donald Hardin and his wife cracked it at their kitchen table. Not the FBI, not a code specialist, a teacher and his wife. The decoded message said, "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game because man is the most dangerous animal of all."
Wow.
And then his victims would become his slaves in the afterlife.
Wait, what? Okay.
A 4th letter arrived signed the Zodiac. First time anyone saw that name.
Okay.
And this is where he stopped being just a criminal and became something else. He was building a myth in real time.
Building what?
A myth
Okay.
in real time. Kind of like a mythology.
Yeah.
Okay. Psychologists who studied the case later called him one of the first media age killers. Someone who understood the power of a headline long before social media existed.
Yeah.
He kept score. He'd sign off his letters with the tallies Zodiac 10, SFPD 0.
Oh, San Francisco Police Department 0.
Oh, the fact that I didn't even catch that when I was scripting this. Oop.
Come on now.
All right. Okay.
So he was playing games.
I did say that earlier. All right, cool.
Okay.
He mocked individual detectives by name. He made the front page his stage. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Why do you think he wrote those letters? Like, what does a person, like, what does he need that badly?
Attention. Like he's really he's given the vibes of somebody who, like, yes, he's doing the killings, like the murders or whatever, but to me, he's giving the vibes of somebody who preys more on the fear of people. Like, I could be afraid of something,
Right?
because it's horrible. Like, the murder's a bad thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not knowing if this is going to happen to me.
That uncertainty.
Exactly. Yeah. The police they've not caught this guy.
Yeah.
It's random. I'm not afraid to go outside, or my kids are afraid to go outside now.
True.
Do I need to be there every single moment? So I think that fear in itself is what he's more. That's his drug, if you want to call it that.
Man.
Yeah, that's what he's giving.
Yeah, he's giving sickness.
Fear of the unknown.
Yeah, he's giving sickness. September 27th, 1969.
There's more.
There's more.
Okay.
There's so much more.
Okay.
Lake Berryessa, a couple studying on the shore. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard. And this attack was different from everyone before it, because he showed up in a costume, a black hooded executioner's outfit, like something out of a medieval dungeon, with his crosshair symbol stitched in white on the chest. He tied them up, told them he was an escaped convict who needed money and their car. They gave him everything. He stabbed them both anyway. Cecilia died 2 days later, and Brian survived.
Wow.
And before he left, he walked to Brian's car door and drew his crosshair symbol on it. Then wrote the dates of all 3 attacks underneath.
Yeah. Homie he'll be a great marketing director.
What?
He understands branding and how to brand, how to be a brand. he will go viral in today's culture. That's crazy.
Wow. Okay, let's continue.
That is crazy. So his symbol will be the crosshair from what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Like the Zodiac.
Got it.
2 weeks later, October 11th, 1969, San Francisco. A cab driver named Paul Stein picked up a fare in the theater district. When the cab stopped at the requested corner, the passenger shot him in the head. 3 teenagers across the street watched it happen and called police. Officers actually stopped and spoke with a man matching the description nearby, but dispatch had radioed the wrong information. They let him go.
Wait, time out. What exactly what did dispatch radio? Like, what was the description they gave?
Basically, the description they gave did not match. Does that make sense? So like, he was the right person, but the description that they gave did not match the person they were talking to.
Did we have any information on what the description was?
No.
No? Okay. Interesting. So that means they could have had this person. What if they actually had this person in their hands?
Yeah.
But due to incorrect information, they let this actual person go.
Yeah, they talked to him and then let him walk away.
Okay.
So, over the next few years, he just kept writing. More than 20 letters total. 4 ciphers. The first one got cracked by that teacher. The second, called the Z340, 340 characters, was sent in November 1969.
Z340. Okay.
And it sat completely unsolved for 51 years. It wasn't until December 2020. So
2020.
Yes. COVID inspired. People had time on their hands. And so, yeah, this is how long that's why I was telling you that, trust me, you don't even know the depth of it. This case spans a long time. It is one that has kept people up at night because everyone is curious because, as you said, this man could have just been walking. You could have seen him in a grocery store.
And not even know.
This
is wow. It's wild.
3 amateur code breakers, not the FBI, not government.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay.
Cracked it using software that they built themselves. So this is what you were saying earlier about technology, you know? And the message said, I hope you're having lots of fun trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber. No name, no new clues, just arrogance 5 decades later. The other 2 have never been solved. So far, just 2 out of 4.
How many kills in total?
How many, like, killings? It sounds like 4, right? The first 2, yeah, it's been 4 so far.
2. I thought it was 2. Okay, because
Yeah.
the other one survived. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I would say 4 because 3 couples and then the cab driver.
Okay.
Out of those 2 that haven't been solved, do you think that they actually contained his identity? Or do you think he was just bluffing?
2 that were not solved.
Yeah. Do you think that something in
it
there?
Was him?
No, I mean like that something in there would have given away who he was.
I mean that's hard to tell. That's hard to tell.
I mean that's kind of what he was trying to do. He's like, okay, if you crack this, you find out who I am. Do you think he ever even gave those clues for real, or do you think he was bluffing? Like they would have, if someone were to decode it, do you think it would give clues to who he was, or you think he was just trying to get them to play a game?
People like this, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
because it's hard to tell what the motive is. But from what we're seeing, I think the motive is just more he wants to be fake. He wants to be legendary, not just a serial killer in a sense, but it was more I want to be known, and he found a way to be known. So I don't know, and so they haven't caught this guy till today, 2026.
Let's continue.
Okay, so he could be roaming around. Well, he couldn't. Well, how would he be today? Do we know?
Let's continue.
Okay, let's keep going.
Over the decades, investigators looked at more than 2,500 people.
2,500 people. Okay.
But there are really 3 names that keep coming back, and each one is more frustrating than the last.
Okay.
Arthur Lee Allen. He's a former elementary school teacher, convicted child molester, the only person the police ever publicly named as a suspect. His own friends said he talked about wanting to hunt humans and had called himself the Zodiac before it ever went public. The timing of when he was institutionalized lines up with when the letter stopped. A survivor identified him from a photo lineup, but DNA from the envelopes didn't match him. Handwriting also didn't match.
Well, he could have got someone else to write the letter. So time out. So you're saying we got somebody who's a child molester who has said he was the Zodiac before the information was ever leaked out or was sent to the police or the FBI. And while he was institutionalized, the letter stopped. So the only thing that
DNA and writing.
And they let him go. Well, I guess you gotta prove beyond reasonable
In these
doubt.
kind of cases, yeah, in order to even take it up to the judge, you want to make sure that, as you said, there's no reasonable doubt, but also that it would even qualify, because otherwise it's just a waste of resources. If they don't get it approved, then they have to start from zero anyway. So they always try to get everything lined up.
I mean, you got 3 out of 5 lined up.
No physical evidence.
I guess.
But he died in 1992. He was never charged. So there's that.
Okay.
In 2021.
So what happened in 2021?
A group called the Case Breakers.
Okay.
They're former FBI agents, law enforcement, forensic scientists. They announced their suspect, Gary Francis Post, or Post. I think it's Post. Okay. He's an Air Force veteran, house painter, died in 2018. They said scars on his forehead matched witness descriptions.
Okay.
They found his name in anagrams within the ciphers. One person claimed Post admitted to the murders in a 2017 interview. The FBI reviewed everything and released a statement. The case remains open. We have no new information to share. And there was a third name. Earl Van Best Jr., identified by his own son in a 2014 book. Initials found in a cipher. Mugshot resembles the police composite. No conclusive evidence. Out of those 3, Allen, Post, Best Jr., where are you landing? Like, who do you think? Do you think it's any of them, or do you think someone else entirely did it?
I mean, out of those 3, if I had to decide and choose, I'll say the first one.
I already knew you were going to say that.
There's more details on that make more sense beyond the painter and the last guy.
I think the other 2 were just trying to take credit. Trying to, how like people are, because again, they all obviously have passed away. So I think they knew that probably their time was coming. And believe it or not, especially people that are into true crime.
For that though.
People that are into true crime.
It's weird.
That's what I'm saying. You'd be so surprised. People that are into true crime, or just people who felt irrelevant in their lives. Yeah. Yep.
Interesting. I'm still shocked. So from what you're telling me, we don't have the Zodiac Killer
Nobody was ever arrested and nobody was ever charged.
as of 2026.
And the last confirmed Zodiac letter was sent in 1974, and then he just stopped. No final statement, no confession. The SFBD marked the case inactive in 2004. They reopened it in 2007, and it's still open today. He claimed a total of 37 victims. So that's to answer your question earlier, in total.
So he claimed that he killed 37 victims, but we can only confirm
5.
5.
Where the other 32 are, if they exist, nobody knows. He could have stopped because he died. He could have stopped because he was imprisoned for something unrelated. He could have just decided he was done. And
Do you know when DNA became like a thing within the
that's a good question. I feel like they had it then because remember we talked about it earlier that the first guy, yeah.
But probably wasn't.
I think I feel like DNA it wasn't the best. It's our technology is 100% gotten better, and there's several things that they have now, not just DNA. They have like what is it called, like a family tree kind of thing. I don't remember the official name. If I do, I'll put it somewhere on the screen. But it's essentially where, let's say someone in your family commits a crime, and at some point you did one of those 23andMe tests, you know, the ones where you like send your DNA in, they legally have access to that. I don't think a lot of people know. So like, obviously they're not just sending your stuff out, but if like the FBI needed it or like police needed it, they will provide it to them and they can track that person down and they'll create a family tree of the relatives. And then who in the relatives would actually be placed at the scene, like who was traveling in San Francisco at that time, who, you know, has records, who, does that make sense? So there's a lot of things we can do now just beyond the fact that our technology is much better.
That's a wild story, man.
Yeah.
And to me, it's sad because the victims don't have closure.
Yeah.
You know, that's to me that'll be the one thing I feel bad about.
Yeah.
They don't know who did it, especially those teenagers.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Their family like have just waited decades for justice just to never get it, and it's never really like you can't bring your loved one back. So there's nothing that anyone can do to change that. But just the idea, you know, the idea alone. Yeah, let me take a sip. My mouth dry. And that last possibility might be the most disturbing one. That someone did everything that he did. Mailing clothing items, terrorizing them with the ciphers, and then just stopped. I think that's what makes the whole thing senseless. Is that it makes it seem like, again, a hobby. Like something that, oh yeah, I just picked up playing the piano and then one day I just stopped. It's for him, it's just something to do. But for the victims and their families, it's like.
So I won't call him a serial killer.
What would you call him?
He's a serial.
He could have died.
Huh?
He could have died. And so.
Yeah, but look at the gap, right?
He kept going. So when he stopped, something halted it, is what everybody thinks. And so there's nothing that would have stopped him from going. And if he really did kill 32 people, that's a serial killer.
True.
5 even qualifies as serial. Serial just means that on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah, but isn't there more, like, what's the definition of a serial killer? What's the definition? Look it up.
I don't even, you know what's funny? I don't know that there's an official definition. I think there might be a number. Let's find out.
Oh, there's an actual number that you have to reach?
Let's find out. Is there a threshold that you have to reach to be considered a serial killer?
Short one. I don't qualify for serial killer because I didn't hit that.
Oh, there
number.
is a specific see, there's a specific threshold.
What's the threshold?
See, I was right. An individual who murders 2 or more.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In separate events, typically with a cooling off period, which is what you talked about.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Come on now, we've been doing this too long.
To me, I guess, yeah, he does match that definition.
Yeah. The reason why it becomes serial killer territory is the idea is if someone does it once, it could be, and I like to use this word, but like a mistake, right? Let's say, you could be defending your family or something like that. So you shouldn't be looked at as your behavior. Yeah. But when you start seeing a pattern of killings, and it's done the same exact way, then you know that it's behavior and you know that it's kind of just your pattern.
Yeah.
That's why that's why it doesn't require for it to be 60 or 55. Because again, anything can cause someone to stop. If you pass away, that doesn't mean you still weren't going to keep going.
Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to look more into the psychology part of it, of his mind. You know, when you have somebody who's committing this murders, but the end goal is to be legendary.
Yeah.
Hence why the cipher, the branding, you know,
He wants to be famous, and he wants to be known for being a killer.
That's wild.
I know you said earlier, like, why would someone choose that? Why is that what they want to be known for? Honestly, I don't ask those kind of questions because once you start...
Did he have parents? Did he have a wife? Did he have a child? You know, could they have come out and go, hey, this is the person? Or did they keep it?
You want to know what's crazy? There are people that exist that could have felt that their relative was and not came out.
Interesting.
Happens all the time. Or someone that they just completely missed. Like someone reported it and they just didn't feel like they had enough. You know, and then sometimes if they realize that they messed up, just depends on like how dirty the law enforcement is. They're not going to come out and say, oh, you know what I mean? We let this guy go. Actually, in hindsight, that guy would have fitted, but we messed up. You know, they don't want that.
That's what I think happened with the whole dispatch
that other
thing
guy
you're talking about. I like to know what the description was, like how the dispatch messed that, like what information the dispatch give. Then look at who were the people that were apprehended and questioned during that time, and see what was it? What was missing? You know, what caused them to be let go? What was the match or the mismatch? So, but interesting.
I think they already gave it to us again. I think it just has to do with like our system, right? Like the threshold, literally, that we have to meet in order to even, you know, put a case together for the grand jury. That's what I've realized is that everything has to be, if you don't have a confession and you don't have a clear witness fully.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's always, you know, I just feel like for me, like the part that I can't get past that is, let's assume he didn't pass away. Let's assume he's not incarcerated. How do you just do that and then continue? Like what does life look like after that? Like, think about it. Like, try to get in the mind of this person. You've done all of this. You're the Zodiac Killer. But then how do you continue? What is...
Like, which way's up from here?
Yeah, like, which way is any way? Down, up, down, left, right? Like, how do you just continue your life normally?
He's famous already. He already got the fame he's looking for.
Yeah, well, it's not that I'm saying, like, what else is he going for? It's, I guess I'm trying to figure out, like, it's a rhetorical question more than anything, right? But, like, what does life really look like? You know, knowing in the back of your head, maybe your family doesn't know, but you know that you're the Zodiac Killer and you're just carrying on with your, like, you know, a house with a picket fence and your family or is he a loner that's just, like, roaming the world alone? You know, maybe traveling the world. Maybe he's done it in other countries. Oh my God. I didn't think about that.
Maybe.
Maybe when he disappeared, he just changed regions.
There's a lot of possibilities here.
Oh no, I don't even want to think about that one.
You know, but to me, and which is what he wants, right? That living in fear. The person you see at a grocery store, the cashier, you know what I'm saying? The person you see at the car wash. Could this be the Zodiac Killer? That's what's going to be in your mind. And he's probably walking around pushing the cart like, yeah, they don't know I did this, you know, type situation. So
it's the pushing the cart for me. But it's true. Like, he's just doing mundane things.
I mean, hey, you know, we don't know. That's why it's a myth. It's a legend, I guess. We don't know.
Well,
good story though. Good story.
I'm glad you liked it. So
interested.
That means you got to bring your A game next week.
No, don't worry. I got you.
But to wrap up, though, as we're going to do in every episode, I want to ask you if you could describe the Zodiac Killer in one word. What's yours?
With one word?
Mm-hmm. One word. Think about Zodiac Killer. One word. First thing comes to mind. Don't think too hard. Just
manipulator.
That's a good one. Yeah.
2 words, master manipulator.
Not the master manipulator.
I'll put a master in there.
For me, I'm going to go with deliberate.
Okay.
And that's because everything he did was deliberate. He had planned it out, every single thing. While, again, we don't know the why, but if you think about it, there was a pattern there. He kept going with like couples. And it seemed like he always hurt them enough to where the man had to watch her suffer, but he seemed to would survive, you know? So there's that. I think that was his goal. And then again, to not get caught. And then if he really on purpose stopped without any life alterations, that's deliberate. It's like he knew, I'm going to do this, write this many letters, and then I'm going to disappear. That's deliberate. Yeah.
Zodiac Killer.
Zodiac Killer.
Until next time,
Stay curious.
stay woke.
Stay with us.
The BIL and SIL Show.